Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. I'm so excited to be sharing with you my top 5 high-end products you should be looking at. In here there are 2 that you've probably seen here on YouTube, and the 3 others, to be honest with you, I have personally not seen many people or any person actually talking about them, be it on YouTube or on Instagram. So I thought I would share with you these gems. Even though they're fairly new to my makeup collection, they are definitely staples that I think you should, look at, basically. You know where I'm going with this. Anyway, I do hope you like this video. If you do, don't forget to give me a little thumbs up. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to comment. And if you do have some high-end products you think that I do not have and that I should be looking at, please comment below. I always love seeing like suggestions and stuff like that, because I'm always on the hunt for the next best thing, if I can say. And yeah, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and if you do, don't forget to press that little bell so you join the notification squad, because my videos will not show up otherwise in your news feed, like in your subscription feed. So don't forget to do that, and join me on social media. All the links will be in the description box below, and the next the little in between before I start like talking about the actual video. Anyway, I do hope you enjoy, and let's get into it. Okay, so the first product I'm going to be talking about is the Murad Essential C Toner. This is what it looks like, and comes with a pump, which is actually really cool. And one of the things I really love about this is like I've seen a change, one in like the couple of dark spots I have like from acne scarring on my face, but also what I usually do is just spritz it all over my face before I apply my makeup and just let it dry like on my skin, and I feel like it's so much more moisturized right before adding any type of primer or anything like that. And also when I've been like out and about and I come back and I kind of want to refreshen my makeup, I spritz them on top, and it revives my makeup completely and it looks like fresh again. So it's really something I really like, and it has this really actually it has the same scent as my Glam Glow glow starter, so it's the same like citrusy orangey smell, and this is actually like, this is amazing. Like I've truly seen a difference in the way my makeup applies and also the way my skin looks underneath. And applying this like every day, like even when I do not apply makeup, I just like spritz this on my face, allow it to sink in, and then like apply my moisturizer, and it's really amazing. So you should seriously check out the Murad Essential C Toner. Next off is it was bound to happen, and like I said, you probably have heard about this. If you haven't, like seriously, you've been living under a rock. But it's none other than the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer. So at the bottom, over here I have medium, and over here I have what is it called? Tan Sand, which is the slightly darker one. And I'm actually gonna have a blog post on this with more like detailed swatches and like the box and my thorough thoughts on these. And honestly, I understand why it is so raved about. Like honestly, my favorite concealer to date is the Urban Decay Naked Skin. That has been my ride or die for a super long time, but this has just taken it out the ballpark completely. One thing I love about it is that, one, it is not drying. It does what it's supposed to do. It really hides your dark circles and also brightens at the same time, and it blends so nicely into the skin. There's something about it that's just amazing and so different from any other concealers I've tried so far. This is super full coverage, but you do not feel it on your skin, and you can get away with not setting this with a powder underneath, because that's how amazing it is. Like it sets, it doesn't budge. And one thing also that's good about it is that you can actually like pile it up, not pile it up, it's not the right word, but you can apply some and then reapply, and it's not gonna look like smudgy or like you're about to, like, you're moving products, and it just blends beautifully, be it with a beauty blender or you know, a little brush like this. Let me show you. Brush Conceal Pro by Sephora, and this is the number 57, so it's like this type of dense brush, and it really does blend beautifully. You have some concealers that blend better with a brush and others that blend better with like a beauty blender, but this blends with both as good. And one thing that's quite interesting is I heard a lot of people, and I saw a lot of like footage and people saying, oh yeah, you know, like the doe foot applicator is huge on this thing, and they were not joking. Like, this thing is huge. I'm sorry, I can't say that with a straight face, but it's big. And but sorry mom, but I don't mind, because what I do is just dot it on my face. Like, so it's really an amazing concealer. If you have been looking for a concealer and you want to go high-end, save your coins and get this. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm talking about this, but I have to, because it's really amazing, and I cannot believe that I actually went ahead and purchased this. It is the Kevyn Aucoin, the sculpting powder in medium. So it comes like this, and then you just open it up and you have like your powder. This cost a lot and it's tiny AF, which is really annoying, and I was like, oh my gosh, this better be like heaven sent amazing, unless I'm returning this. But I actually really love this. So this powder actually comes in 3 shades, light, medium, which is this one, and deep. And one thing I truly love about this contour powder is that it's the perfect, and I mean perfect shade for medium skin tones to contour with, because sometimes you think that, you know, you have to go a bit more orangey, or then you think, okay, I have to go like, you know, a lighter, more cool tone, but then you end up looking like some sort of ghost over here, and it kind of like looking, or sometimes it gets really muddy. But this is actually perfection in a tiny as fuck little pan, but it is so worth it. This is actually my first ever Kevyn Aucoin product I bought, and I am not disappointed at all. This powder blends beautifully into the skin. You can build it up, or actually just tone it down and just have a light sweep, and it'll just show up as much depending on your preference. But it's truly an amazing powder. Really, for the quantity and the price, it's kind of like heart-wrenching, but it truly is an amazing powder that just it's all I wear now. Like practically all I wear, especially if I'm going for powders, it's all I wear, because it just blends in beautifully with the skin. So usually I use the MAC 100 brush, which is like this, and I just like dip it in and just, you know, carve out. Or now I actually got my hands on some Morphe brushes, because I was like, okay, let me see what the whole fuss is about, and they're actually really nice. And I use the Morphe M523, which comes like this, and works as well. Also just blends into the skin really beautifully, and it just stays on. It's not patchy. Really the perfect color to contour with, especially if you're medium skin tone. So if you want to splurge, and I do truly call this a splurge, try out the sculpting powder by Kevyn Aucoin. And plus it comes in this like little felt pocket thingy, and I just like slide it in and just, you know, put it in my vanity or whatever. So honestly, truly check it out. Truly a splurge, but you will thank me later, because it's just beautiful. Like, I feel like my contour is, there's something about it. Anyway, stuff is the Teint Idole Ultra Wear Makeup Stick. So the first ever stick foundation I tried was the Hourglass one, and that was last summer. To be really honest with you, back then I did not really like it and I returned it. However, I did repurchase it and I do like it better now because I guess I have a better understanding of how it works, and it works fine. But I was still not into like, yeah, you know, stick foundations. Takes forever to blend, because I feel like the Hourglass one, it's nice, it has a lot of coverage, but it takes forever to blend out really nicely. Or you do need to add some sort of, what I usually do is add maybe a couple of drops of this on my face. This is the For Sally Rose Gold Elixir, which is actually now available on Sephora.com, so check it out. So I usually add that, and then I put the stick foundation on, and it blends like the Hourglass one, and it blends. But the Lancôme one is, you don't need anything to blend it. It just blends amazingly. And I use the Flawless Airbrush brush by Sephora, and it's like this. And this stuff just blends like a dream. Already, I think you saw a couple of videos ago, I rediscovered my Tiny Doll foundation, and I was like, oh my god, so in love with it. And I was looking for like foundation because I'm always in the hunt for foundation, and Sade, who is at the Sephora St. Catherine's here in Montreal, showed me this, and she's like, this blends like you've never seen it blend before. And she was right. It's all I've been wearing recently, to be really honest with you guys. And it comes like this, and Sade matched me up like no man's business. She just looked at my face. I told her, yeah, so I'm an NC42, and she had my perfect color, which is 410 Bisque W, and this blends like a dream, and it has amazing coverage. It's actually what I'm wearing right now. I actually have a look on this that must be up by now, I suppose, so check that out to see how this baby works. I actually also tried this on in that video as well, so check that out. But this stick foundation is amazing. And one thing also that I'm scared of stick foundation sometimes is it being super drying and not creamy enough or hydrating enough, because I do have very dry skin with like dry patches mostly here, but I do not have that problem whatsoever with it. It just blends beautifully, it stays on the skin. It still has a certain like glow to it regardless. Like, I'm gonna add glow even if there's no glow, but even without anything added, it still looks really beautiful, really hydrating. It hides what it's supposed to hide, but I still like have, you know, my little beauty marks peeking through, which is something I honestly love, because as much as I like my full face of foundation, I do like for my, you know, my little beauty marks to peek out here and there, so it actually does look like skin. So full coverage, still looks like skin. Amazing, amazing. And if you're like me, you're dry skin, do not be scared. This is for you as well. I don't however, for people of who are oily skin, I will say you might want to powder, like really powder, to set everything in place, because it might be a tad oily for you. But if you are dry skin like me, works a dream. The last one, and it's something that I'm actually really surprised that I haven't heard about here on YouTube, because it truly is amazing. And if, like me, you and highlighters are like this, you're gonna be like, where have I been? Why isn't anybody talking about this? And it's the Laura Mercier Mineral Illuminating Powder in Candlelight. So it comes like this. See that? Do you see that? Do you see that glow? So finely milled in a very Laura Mercier way. If you like the setting powder, you're gonna love this. And this highlight is so beautiful. one thing is like, especially like for everyday, or you want to go for something more subtle, because this here is like kind of out there, but if you want to go for something a little bit more subtle, and I'm using the M501 brush or any very loose brush that's not too dense, and you apply it on the tops of your cheeks, it is very, very beautiful, very flattering to any skin tone, because even though it's kind of like pinkish, it's still like, it just picks up the light really beautifully. And if you want it to be a bit more intense, you can, you know, fix plus it and add more and like apply it wet, but I like it like just, you know, dry, and just apply it on the apples of my cheeks, and then, you know, like the sun hits and it just looks really beautiful, very flattering. I think I'm gonna be wearing this a lot during the summertime, because it's, you know, as much as I love a really bold metallic highlight, I love my really subtle, very angelic looking highlights as well, and this is one of them. And I'm so surprised that no one is talking about this. Like, I've never heard anyone talk about this mineral illuminating powder. And one thing I love is like there's a little sift thing, so it's like it's not like gonna go everywhere. So honestly, amazing stuff, and it's just, it's so beautiful, it's so subtle. I think I'm gonna do a like more like natural look, not natural, like I'm probably gonna wear lashes or something, but a very you know, angelic look, and I'm gonna be using this, and you're gonna see how beautiful this highlighter actually is. So that is it for the 5 high-end products I think you should seriously check out. If you do try them, please comment in the description box below and tell me what you thought about them. Don't forget to clue me in on your high-end finds that you think that I should be checking out. Be on the lookout, because I'm also going to be doing 5 high-end products that are not worth your time, because I think, you know, especially for high-end, we get, you know, constantly showing you, oh, get this, get that, get this, get that, and you get a whole bunch of things, and sometimes some things work, sometimes some things don't really work. And I'm gonna share with you as well like some high-end products that do not work, and I'll do the same for drugstore as well. So yeah, I hope that this video was helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.